Hello and welcome back to BBAR Trader. Today I will go through the 12 stock that will report tomorrow. And there were more. It's just I'm going to pick 12 of these based on their market cap and if more people look at it. So first I'm going to go over TJX. All right, so TJX, it was here when I did the earning, and they say, oh, so look like we might have a pullback, bounce, and then pull down, pull back even more, break down out below the wedge. And after that, it did a little bit, but instead of bouncing, it went sideways and keep going down, and looked like bottom out from middle of July. And for the past month, it's been coming back up. And guess where? Back up, coming back to almost the same level. All right, so now we will look at the stock and see, predict the earning and the next the short-term trend. And I'm going to keep the purple line here because it's the support. I think I'm going to change it to green this time. Okay, so guess what, it did the whole U-turn. So what now? It's overbought short term and a little bit long term. So now I also, because of that, I'm gonna expect a little bit of pullback. So 60% pullback. Where can it go? Short term, I would say, if I use this, okay, so in a way it kind of like that, but guess what? Look at this. Anything more? Okay, I think that's good enough. So if I look at that, instead of that, I'm going to put it right here because this was the low and this was the low. Okay, see how nice it matches the trend. Okay, so in a way, this will be still the trend. And for the short term, the very short term is like this. This is actually the long term, and short term it will be like this. All right, so guess what, I will expect it to pull back probably here at 129, at about 60%. If it bounces, look like it will make a new time high, right? Yeah, look like it. So if it bounces with good, really good earning and outlook, we may see it 140, if not 145. So 40%, it will bounce to 140 at least. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for now. Low. Short term is overbought, long term also overbought. So I expect a little bit of a pullback. If we look at the trend line, we can see that it broke out. And then we can draw another trend line here. Right? Or even here like this. It did break out. So, well, that's a good thing. Okay. So, you know about breaking out and breaking down. It will come back to test. And it will come down to here. At least here. At 233. Okay. But if the number, this will be about 60 to 65%. If the number coming really good, we might see it come up to 275 at about 35% to 40%. Okay. Yeah, I think might be it. Nothing else to see. ADI, last time when I predicted it, it was here and I say, okay, it might come down to 210, and guess what? It did. And then after that, it did come up. It here, the orange line, pulled back, broke above, came back down again, and then tried to break above, but then pull back. And then it made two of the bearish candle. So let's take a look. You can see 234 is still a really good resistance. So we just keep it here for now. Okay. Short term, we can see it has a bit of a bull flag here. So it's a good thing. If we draw a trend line, which for this one is a little bit hard, we can see it was here and it come down like this. It was broke out already. All right. And for the low, we can draw something like that. But doesn't look right. So if I change it and I draw like this, it still doesn't look right. But if I draw like this, all right, now that looks a little bit better. You can see it broke out, came back, then pulled back under the resistance as well, come up here, and here's we are. So short term and long term a little bit overbought with a bull flag. So I think this is gonna be a tough one. So I think it's gonna be 55% pullback to about 222, and then 45% of a bounce to at least here at 246. Why? When you see the cursor, you already know why. Basically, retest all these candles right here, the high. Okay, so it still it has a good chance. Target. All right, so from here I say it could be a 50-50 for target at that time. So I gave 108 and then 90. So you can see it's actually hit on that day. Then come up a little bit, pull back down, come up to test this resistance, pull back, came up there, and look, it kind of bouncing around this I would say resistance now. Okay. All right, so let me take this out. Take this out. No, it's actually a good spot. Okay, so I will change it a little bit so it's easier to see. Okay. So now it's overbought and short term and long term. So I expect a pullback. It might come back down to test right here at 96. Or as low as 95. So I would say 96. Okay. At about, I would say 60%. 40% a bounce if the number coming really good and outlook's good, we might see 120. So it will be a at least 15% jump. That means it can come down back to 90 if the number is not good as well. So we have to see. But right now, oh, let me forget to draw the trend for the current trend. Okay. So it's either breakout or breakdown from this current short term trend. The number's still okay, so we will see. All right, Estee Lauder. You know that Michael Burry got some holding and just reduced a little bit. Why? Because he bought all the way here and it jumped almost 50%. So he took some profit, which is good. Always you want to take some profit. But here's the thing. You can see that it's been bouncing on this blue line, right? If somehow it crossed the blue line and the green line here, which is the, I would say midterm support right now, then we might go even lower. This is why I think I discussed about 2-3 days ago. I think we have a pullback, a little more downside. All right. So my prediction would be about 60%, it will come down to 85, 60. So I put 85. And then it's my bounce. If the number coming really good, we might see it testing that 103. Okay. At about 40%. So we will check back and see tomorrow what it brings. FUTU holding. Short term is overbought. Long term also overbought. Okay. Let's see. It has almost like a correction pullback. Just you can see here, right? It gap up, come up here, and then pull back. So it may be doing this again. We don't know. So let's draw a trend line. Okay. And for the high, yeah. So you can see it broke out, pull back to test, come back down, came up, bounce again, and then pull back. So just like the other one, I expect a pullback due to the overbought. It'll come down to about 150 at about 60% to 65%. Otherwise, we might see it come up, I would say 190. Okay. So 190 at about 35% to 40%. 150 at about 65%. Okay, but most likely, I believe a pullback is in order. H World Group HTHT, short term is overbought, long term is actually oversold. Let's take a quick look to see what's going on. Look like this in the mean right now, so not too bad. So now if I look at the short term, right here. Okay, let me zoom in. Then the low. Okay. So I also expect a pullback. You can see for the last 3 days, it kind of open up, come up more, pull back down. Same pattern. It looked like maybe today. I mean, yeah, today or yesterday for some of you. It's actually marked a reversal. So I would say about 60 to 65% pullback. Probably here at 3150. Okay. So about 5%. 31.50. 35% to 40%, it might come up to $36. Okay, let's see if I miss anything. So more downside than upside. Nikon look like it's being overbought a lot. Okay. Okay. But if I choose this, look at that. So it look like we might pull back. Okay. And it did. If we zoom in a little bit, we can see this is almost like a bear flag. Okay, so I think there will be more downside, probably here, 243 at about 60%. If the number coming really good, we might test 285 at about 35% to 40%. And you need to remember that I'm predicting, and it's also based on probability. It might not hit, okay, but at least we kind of know what level we're looking at. COTY look like is wow. Oh, okay. Doesn't do that well. Even though right now it's building a base right now. It might bounce, but let's see. Okay, if I draw a trend line, it broke out a little bit. Came down to test, bounce, came back down to test, and then moved sideways. So in a way, it's a good thing. This means it might bounce more later on. It has more chance of bouncing. It just, this candle doesn't look that good. If I draw a trend line, okay, so I would say more chance of a bounce. It's pretty low already. Expectation are not that much, So as long as it give out decent number, I see it go up to about $5.50, and that will be about like 10%. And I would say this is 60% easy. 40%, if the number coming really bad, we might see 460 at 40%. All right. Next is North Sun Corporation. It is kind of neutral, a little bit overbought long term. So for short term, it just moves sideways and a little bit lower. Not much. All right. So if I zoom in here, I think it's gonna let's say if it bounce due to good number, it might go up to here, 224 as the max. About, I would say about 35%. So 1 and 3. Otherwise, which is 60 something percent, they come down here at 208 at about 65%. The number just okay on and negative outlook or just neutral outlook. So more chance of a pullback. All right, Banco BBVA. It's oversold short term, long term is also oversold. So this means this might bounce. But you can see today is actually down almost 8%. And this is bearish engulfing. So that means it might has more chance, more downside to it. So for short term, okay. So for short term, this is more like, yeah, still short term. Most likely it's gonna test this orange line some way or another. And if it does, we might see it come down to like $12, something like that. And I would say it's about 35%. Actually say 25%, but because of the bearish candle today, it's actually increased chance of more downside. So it go to 12 at about 35%. But if number coming decent, we might see 18.75, 18.75 at about 60 to 65%. So doesn't need much positive, just decent number and outlook. We might see it bounce. And again, if I look at this, you can see it bounce right at the support. I believe there's more chance of a bounce. All right, wow, been 30 minutes already. Last one, FINvolution. All right, let's draw some straight line. Okay. So short term overbought, long term is actually oversold. Well, in a way, this is kind of like the trend right now. This is the resistance, and this is still act as the support. All right, so I still think there might be a little bit of a downside to like $8 at about 35%. No, actually it could be 40%. With good number and outlook, we might see it come up to test this high, which is at 1080. Okay, at about 60%. Okay, let me see. So this stock is about 8 years old, and it could be at this tested this high, and then it pulled back. So it actually might bounce from here up here and then break out. Yeah, we don't know, but it's an interesting chart here. All right, thanks for watching. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.